Hey guys, once again, for those of you that couldn't make it to chat today, we had a really nice day. I screenshotted some of the highlights. This is just some of the calls, but some really, really nice calls. Kevin P got on the action. Wayne had several good calls. You can see them all right there. Great day. Played some smaller stuff too. Even Crex, CREX gave a little trade. A couple of things I want to share. I'm going to get right to the watch list. I got to share this. Whenever somebody posts something like this in the chat room, I'm like, hey, can I screenshot that? Because I absolutely love stuff like that. Wayne and I are, we love trading and it's our passion, but this makes everything even better knowing that what we're teaching is helping people. So really proud of that. I also have to show off a little bit my after hours trade. Daniel in chat just, he saw my tweet and said, hey, nice trade. I said, and he called me a top ticking mofo. I said, I don't do that often, meaning selling. I sold a penny from the top here, bought it right there. I said, I don't do that very often, but when I do, I'm tweeting it, right? Really nice little after hours trade there. All right, enough bragging. Anyway, it's kind of fun. When things go your way in the market, you just want to share it, right? You want to tell everybody because when things don't go your way in the market, all you want to do is stick your head in the sand and cry, right? Anyway, so the SPY had really kind of a boring day if you look at the daily candle. It had a little bit bigger range maybe than yesterday, but ended up closing about where it opened. But we still had a really nice day. So anyway, what are we watching for tomorrow? Hate to be redundant, but whenever you watch my videos, please know that I am looking for stuff to trade intraday. I'm in cash every night. There's nothing interesting here. Well, you might say, hey, that's interesting, that volume spike. But for me, this wouldn't have caught my eye, except in after hours is trading at $1.30. So a potential gapper tomorrow. So we'll keep our eyes on that one. XSPA, that's the one I had that after hours trade in. The interesting thing about this one, and I think I have extended hours on here. No, I don't. I took it off. The interesting thing about this one is really strong today. And at this moment in time, had a pretty impressive daily candle. And then boom, midday offering. And just got decimated, right? So then in after hours, I just happened to glance and it was back up near the high of day. And I thought, you know what, you can get a nice little after hour short squeeze if we hit new highs for the day after something like this. So, and we did, by the way. So it had a nice little squeeze. So I definitely want to watch it because, shorts are in trouble here. So we'll see. But it might have like a stupid massive gap. I mean, it looks like it's probably going to, in which case it'll make it a little trickier to trade. But anyway, goes on watch. LUB, don't love this one, but it did gap up and actually have a pretty strong day, closing nicely above its open. I'm going to keep an eye on that, but I'm not in love with that one. VISL. Oh, I didn't even put this on that results page. I called this to $1 today, and it went to $1.49. I may add that later, but that's an example. At the end of the day, I try to grab a few of the highlights and put them on the results page. Now, I often get people say, well, I know that's not all of your trades. What about your losers? And I just argue that I don't put every trade on there. It's just a highlight to give an example of what we do. If you know the way I trade at all, my losers don't last very long and they're not very big because I always say this, and I say this in a section in the course too. I only trade for one reason, and that's to make money. So if I'm red on a stock, I'm not making money, so I don't hang out red. I don't average down. I don't do any of that stuff. And everything we teach is based on entering at those inflection points, at those numbers, at those spots on the chart where once it hits and you nail your entry, in theory, you're going to be green right away and then just start scaling out and protect your entry, right? So for me, the entry is paramount, whereas other traders will tell you the entry doesn't mean anything, it's how you exit. I'm going to take the other side of that argument and say that's a stupid thing to teach people. The entry is everything because when you take being red out of the equation, you take, I used to buy a stock and I'd be red immediately, and it's the worst feeling. And then I would have that quandary. Do I average down? And usually if I did, you guys know how that story ends, right? Or do I just hit out and take a quick loss? So I learned it's really, really important to learn A+ setups so your entry, you can be green right away. All right, enough babbling about that. This was really nice through $1, by the way. Anyway, strong enough close and strong enough volume that it's absolutely worth having on a chart going into tomorrow. Mara is a Bitcoin play. I told you guys I like this chart. and had a nice little kind of mini breakout today. We're going to watch that for a follow-up today tomorrow. And if I don't have Bitcoin up right now, I don't know what it's doing, but this DPW also has a kind of a handsome daily chart. Nice pop back here, a couple lower highs, and it's starting to curl up. So if Bitcoin moves and Mara and Riot move, this DPW will also be on a chart. CETX, I don't love having this on a chart because you've got a lot of bag holders from this day, right? Then it gapped down, but the funny thing is, so it gaps down and some shorts pile in, and then it gaps up in a red day again, and probably more shorts pile in, and then it does this. So it's really a bizarre chart. There's some shorts in trouble, and there's some longs in trouble, and it's kind of maybe even close to the middle of the range from the last week or so. So I don't love this chart, but the crazy action that it's had, and I'll show you intraday here, it did have all of a sudden this massive pop intraday. So when I see that, it tells me maybe there are some shorts caught in this one, and any semblance of an A-plus strength setup tomorrow showing strength might give it, a nice trade. So it goes on a chart. TMDI, really strong close, all the way at the highs. By the way, Alan H, if you guys are in the chat room and you don't have Alan H on your hot script, you need to put Alan H on your hot script. He has posted so many great ideas, including this one today, TMDI, when it was looking like probably like this. He's called this kind of cup and handle, and he was looking for a breakout there. And look at that close. Now, as I'm babbling in after hours, it's trading at $1.22. So we don't know. We don't know where it's going to open tomorrow. But with this kind of action, we're going to watch it. All right. TMDI, where am I? WRTC. Let's keep our eyes on this one. Really strong 3 days, then a red day. And what do you know? It's curling right back up. So certainly worth watching. And that and DGLY are kind of in the same, I don't know, what do you call the space? Riot space, police, making gentler cops space. Anyway, they're kind of, there's a little theme going on. I think VISL, VISL is another. This is digital cameras, body cameras, and WRTC is actually a device that you shoot in it, wrap somebody up like Spider-Man. So you can see those things being hot ticket items and strong moves in the stock. DGLY, by the way, I think had the gap up, and I think did an offering on this day or maybe the next day. And as you can see from XSPA and then GNUS, what is it, yesterday, offerings seem to be bullish right now. So go figure, we're in bizarre times, but I'm going to keep DGLY on watch along with that WRTC. All right, IVR, nice volume day today. That doesn't look like much, but it went from 292 to 370, so a nice percentage move. Just going to look for a continuation day tomorrow. I want to throw one airline on there. Massive move though, so I feel silly looking at them tomorrow, but sometimes when something's squeezing, you have another big day, so I'm going to put that on watch. You could probably pick any airline. A couple more APPS, quiet inside day after the big breakout, and then VRML. Pretty clean bounce play setup. You had almost a parabolic move here, then a reversal, a couple days lower right into that area that we like, between the blue and red line, so potential bounce tomorrow. Only with an A+ intraday setup, obviously. I'm done babbling. We'll see you guys in the chat room in the morning.